plaintiff has breached the warranty to provide. Not here. And then B, non-payment of rent only. Defendant made needed repair and the property deducted are the plaintiff's to yeah, that one is also marked. Not repaired so many because of some repair and then owner didn't repair it. C, non-payment rent only on date before the notice to pay or quit expired. 3-day notice is expired too late. Defendant offered the rent due, but plaintiffs would not accept it. Almost not through here, this section. Any section is just one or two marks is accept, not all of them. D, non-payment of rent only. Plaintiffs demanded the possession in based on non-payment of rent due more than 1 year ago. More than 1 year ago. Non-payment of rent phase. No. E, plaintiffs waived, changed, or cancel notice in effect. E, plaintiffs waive the change, cancel the notice to quit. F, plaintiffs serve the defendant with the notice to quit or file a complaint to retaliate against the defendant. Number F. Plaintiff serve the defendant with a notice to quit or file complaint to retaliate against the defendant. It's okay. G. By serving defendant with the notice to quit or file the complaint, plaintiff is arbitrarily discriminating against the defendant in violation of the Constitution or the laws of the statement of the United States or California. H. H. Plaintiff's demand for possession violate the local rent control or eviction control, audience of city or county, title of audience, and the date of possession are passive. Also briefly stating item 3T, the fact showing violation of the audience. T. Yeah. I. Plaintiff's demand possession is subject to the tenant protection age of 19. Number one, plaintiffs failed to state just cause for termination of tenancy in the written notice to terminate. Two, plaintiffs failed to provide an opportunity to cure any alleged violation of terms and conditions of the lease other than payment of rent as required under Civil Code Section 1946.2 C. Wow, number three, plaintiffs failed to comply with the relocation assistance requirement of Civil Code. Four, plaintiffs has raised in the rent more than the amount allowed under Civil Code Section 1947.12, and the only unpaid rent is the unauthorized amount. Five, plaintiffs violated the Tenant Protection Act in another manner that befits the complaint. J, plaintiffs accepted from rent from defendant to cover a period of time after the date the notice to quit expired. This meaningful plaintiffs say defendant says that K. Plaintiff seeks to evict defendant based on an act against defendant, defendant's immediate family member, or a member of defendant's household that constitute, promote domestic violence, sexual assault, or stalking, human trafficking, abuse of an elder on defendant adult, or a crime that caused bodily injury involved a defendant weapon. This defendant requires one of the following, which may be included with this form. 1. Temporary restraining order, protective order, a police report that Number 1, the abuse or violence was committed by a person who does not live in the dwelling unit. Number 2, the abuse or violence was committed by a person who lives in the dwelling unit and defendant claims protection from eviction on the Code of Civil Procedure, Section 1161.3 D2. I. Plaintiff seeks to evict defendant based on defendant or another person calling the police or emergency assistance. Example, ambulance, by or on behalf of a victim F, not F. I. Plaintiff seeks to evict defendant based on defendant or another person calling the police or emergency assistance, example ambulance, by or on behalf of victim of abuse, a victim of crime, or an individual in an emergency when defendant or the other person believed that the assistance was necessary. M. Plaintiff's demand for possession of a residential property is based on non-payment of rent or another financial obligation and checks. I. Plaintiff received or has a pending application for rental assistance from a governmental rental assistance program or some other source relating to the amount claimed in the notice to pay rent or quit. This section is so many sections. This one is just a 1 or 2 mark is okay. Not much the section. Next to page 21, page 3M. Plaintiff received or has a pending application or rental assistance from governmental rental assistance program or some other source for rent occurring since the notice of rent, pay rent or quit. 3. Plaintiff's demand for possession is based only on late fees for defendant failure to provide landlord payment within 15 days of receiving governmental rental assistance. And plaintiffs violate of COVID-19 Tenant Relief Act or a local COVID-19 related ordinance regarding eviction in some other way, brief state fact describing this in item 3.2. If that the COVID-19 period, plaintiffs or defendant by that the relief COVID-19, that one, or the property is covered by the Federal CARES Act, and the plaintiffs did not provide 30 days notice to vacate, provide covered by the Plaintiffs Act. In case my family getting COVID-19, in case that they need some time, chance, right away they cannot unlawful detainer. They need a 30-day notice, not 3-day notice. Is participant in a covered housing program as defined by the Violence Against Women Act. Is participating in the rural housing voucher program under Section 542 of the Housing Act of 1949, or has a federally backed mortgage loan or federally backed multifamily mortgage loan, not involved for the tenant and owner. This section, when the court date, tenant, not tenant, for the plaintiffs come to the court, he can make explanation. Has a federally backed mortgage loan or a federally backed multifamily mortgage loan. P. Plaintiffs improperly apply the payment made by defendant in a tenancy that was in existence between March 1, 2020 and September 30, 2021. Yeah, that one is the COVID-19 period. 1. Plaintiffs apply the security deposit to rent or other financial obligation due without tenant written agreement. 2. Plaintiffs applied monthly rental payment to rent or other financial obligation that were due between March 1st, 2020 and September 30, other than 2 prospective months' rent without rent's written agreement. Q. Plaintiffs refused to accept payment from a third party for rent due. F. Defendant has a disability and the plaintiffs refused to provide a reasonable accommodation that was requested. As other defendant and objection. T. Provide the fact for each item checked above, either below or, if more room needed, the Form MC025. Description of fact, defendant Form MC025, titled as attachment 3T. What's the reason? You can put right down the long story reason. Defendant objection, statement, state item 3T, at any reason. 3T, and then number 4, other statement. A defendant vacated the premises on. This one is already, I moved already. The date put right down. B, the fair rental value of the premise alleged in the complaint is excessive, explained below, or if more illuminated on MC25. Same thing. Explanation on Form MC025, filed as attachment 4B. Reason. C. Other specified below, or if more illuminated, Form MC025. Other statements are on MC025, titled as attachment 4C. Defendant requested that plaintiffs take nothing request in the complaint. Cost incurred in this proceeding, reasonable attorney fee. That's a long story. Need not just to sign, it's okay. Page 22, next to page. That plaintiff is ordered to 1. Make repair and collect the condition that constitute a breach of the warranty to provide habitable premise, and to produce the monthly rent, reasonable rental value, until the conditions are collected. E. Other specific below, or on Form MC025. All other requests are stated on Form 025, titled as attachment 5E, number of pages, total pages 4 or 5. Unlawful detainer assistance, business professional code 640-6415. 7. Must be complete in all cases. Unlawful detainer assistance normally did not. For compensation, give advice or assistance with the form if the defendant has received any help, or otherwise for pay from unlawful detainer assistant state. Assistant's name, telephone number, address, county registration number, expiration date, something, and then sign here. Each defendant for whom this answer filed must be named in item 1 and must sign this answer unless the defendant's attorney sign. If the defendant has the attorney, just the defendant attorney sign under the page, just one person is okay. If not, all the defendants sign here. Verification. Use of defendant verification from if the verification is by an attorney or for a corporation or partnership. Date. If they corporation, they should sign here. Signature of defendant, everything. This one is answer. That one is the unlawful detainer didn't pay rent. This is a long story, but anyway, plaintiffs need a long story paper is put right all over them. But defendant, meaning tenant need not, it's a long story, just the answer paper, just mark and sign, that's all. And then after 1 month, they getting court hearing. Okay, 5-minute break. Oh, yeah, restful. Summertime is the starting. That's the time is different. So sweet. You bring the car, you drive by yourself?
Yes,
Oh,
it's very difficult.
oh difficult?
Yeah,
What's the difficult?
afraid.
Freeway.
Afraid. I'm afraid.
Not much the passing for the freeway.
No, just like a local.
Normally local.
Yeah.
You say your house is Ajusa
No, West Covina.
or West Covina? Yeah. Too far. Not easy to driving. Your friend is driving instead of you?
What?
Your friend? He can drive instead of you?
He can.
He can?
He can.
Okay. That's good. Especially the rainy days, just be careful.
Yes.
Yeah. What? Okay, next to page 23. Page 23. Plaintiff's claim and order go to small claim court. Small claim meaning for the I should receive the money from somebody. I borrowed the money or I worked, he didn't pay to the any salary, he didn't pay any money. In case we can file for the small claim until $13,000. Until the $13,000 we can file for the small claim. Small claim is within 1 month, finished. Big money is the, if we file for the court, should spend it a long time. But small claim is a short period, just one time is finished. But that amount is $13,000. At any reason, somebody didn't pay to me, any reason, in case we file for the small claim. Small claim is the cannot go to the attorney. Without attorney, plaintiffs and defendant without attorney should fight. Small claim is the, you should remember, amount is $13,000. SC 100, plaintiff's claim and order to go to small claim court. At any court, they have small claim court. Notice to the person being sued, receiving that suit. You are the defendant. If your name is listed in 2 on page 2 of this form or on page SC 108, the person suing you is the plaintiff, listed in 1 or page 2. You and plaintiffs must go to court on the trial date listed below. If you do not go to court, you may lose the case. If you lose, the court can order that the wage, money, or property be taken to pay this claim. Same thing, regular court is over small claim court. Same thing, if you lose the judgment, if somebody getting the judgment or you receiving the judgment, you are or any other property lose or bank account, they getting that taking the pay. Bring witness, receipt, and any evidence you need to to provide your case. Read this form and all pages attached to understand the claim against you and protect your right. Aviso el demandado, that's the Spanish we passed. The box, order to go to court. That one is make a decision from the court. The people in 1 and 2 must attend the court. Clerk fills the section below. That section is just a clerk to write down the date, time, department, name and address of court, if different from above. Date, clerk sign here, and deputy. Normally, you file for the small claim, request for the court after 1 month. After 1 month is the court date put right here. If you getting that the today is March 12, go to the court, you request it. Court date is normally April 12 or April 10, something. Instruction for the person suing. Do not use this form to recover COVID-19 rental debt. COVID-19 period, they cannot file for the court action, which is unpaid rent or other financial obligation under a tenancy due between March 1, 2020 and September 30, 2021. To recover COVID-19 rental debt, use form SC 500 if plaintiff's claim and order to go to small claim court. You are the plaintiff. The person you are suing is the defendant. Before you fill out this form. Read the form SC 100 information for the plaintiffs. To know your right, you can get form SC 100 info at any courthouse or county law library, or go to www.coach.ca.gov forms. Fill out pages 2, 3, and 4 of this form. Make copy of all the pages of this form and any attached. One for each party named in this case, and an extra copy for yourself. Take or mail the original and the copies to the court clerk's office and pay the filing fee. In this day, filing fee is $50. The court will write the date of this trial in the box above. Your court may allow electronic filing. Check your local court website for information. www.court.ca.gov find/my/court.htm. You must have someone at least 18. The other party is over the 18. Not under the 18, you cannot file for the lawsuit. Not you or anyone else listed in this case give each defendant a court-stamped copy all page of this form. And any page this form tells you attached. There are special rules for serving or delivering this form to public entity, associations, and some business. See Form SSC 104, SSC 104B, and SSC 104C. Go to coach your trial date, list of all, bring witness, receipt, and any evidence you need to prove your case. Next, page 24. That's a summon. Small claim summon is simple. The plaintiff, the person, business, or public entity that is suing is plaintiffs. Plaintiffs is you, name and telephone number, street address. Mailing address is the same, you don't need it. If different, in case, put right here. Email address. You don't have any email, you don't want to put right here, pass is okay. If more than one plaintiffs, list next to plaintiffs here. Plaintiffs is two person, next to plaintiffs here. Or wife or husband, put right here. Name, phone number, street address, same thing. If a different mailing address, email address. Check here if more than two plaintiffs and attach Form SSC 104A. Check here if either plaintiffs listed above is doing business under a fictitious name and attaching Form SSC 103. Meaning for different company name. Check here if any plaintiffs is a licensee or deferred deposit originator, payday lender under Financial Code Section 23000, it expired. The defendant, the other party, the person, business, or public entity being sued, defendant's name, phone number, street address, mailing address. If the defendant is corporation, limited liability company, or public entity, list the person or agent authorized for service process here, name, job title, if known, address, something. And then, if defendant is one or more person, just paging, just one paging, and then defendant's name you put right here. That's okay. The plaintiff's claim the defendant owes how much? Just money. Explain below and next page. Note a claim for COVID-19 rental that cannot be made on this form. Use forms SSC 500, plaintiff's claim, and order to go to small claim court. COVID-19 rental debt. Why does the defendant owes the plaintiff's money? Just simple. He didn't pay to I worked 3 days for him and he didn't pay. Or he borrowed me money, $10,000 or $5,000. He didn't come back, didn't pay to me. Any reason, just to put right here. Or he hit my car. My car is damaged $5,000. and then he didn't pay at anyone, any reason. The other party didn't pay to me. You file for the small claim. Small claim is just 1 month. That's simple. Three, next page, page 25. When did it happen? When did it happen? That date. If no specific date, give the time period. Date starting, date through, when. I worked his restaurant and he didn't pay to salary. Or he getting for my tips. As any money, he should be back. How did you calculate the money owed to you? Just including the court cost or fee for service. Do not include the court cost or fee for service. Check here if you need more space. Attach 1 sheet of paper or Form NC 131 and write SC 100 item 3 on the top. Just empty paper, just put right here. SC 100. It's okay. 4. You must ask the defendant in person, in writing, or by phone to pay you before you sue. If your claim is for possession of property, you must ask the defendant to give you the property. Have you done this? Yes or no? If no, explain why not. 5. Why are you filing your claim at this court? This court is the why you file here. 8. Where the defendant live or does business. Defendant live here. 2. Where the plaintiff's property was damaged. They damaged my property and then my property is here. 3. Where the plaintiff was injured. The accident, he hit me. 4. Where a contract, written or spoken, contract was made, signed, performed, or broken by the defendant, or where the defendant lived or did business, where the defendant made a contract. Just one of these reasons. That's the reason for I filed this court. B. Where the buyer or lessee signed the contract, live now, or lived when the contract was made. If this claim is about an offer or contract for personal, family, or household goods, service, or loans. Code Serial Purpose 395. C. Where the buyer signed the contract, lives now, or lives when the contract was made. If this claim is about a retained instrument contract. D. Where the buyer signed the contract, lives now, or lived when the contract was made, or where the vehicle is permanently garage. Just his garage here is okay. If this claim is about a vehicle finance sale, other reason, something. 6. List the zip code of the place checked. Number 5 above. Just the zip code. 7. Issue a claim about an attorney-client fee dispute. Attorney fee, he receiving the attorney fee and he didn't work for me. He receiving the too much attorney fee and he didn't return to me. If yes, and if you had arbitration, find out from SC 103 attached to this form and check here. Attorney and client relation, that's a different. If you file for the SSC 101, that's a different. Arbitration, just a different place, just one day. Court action, it's easy. Are you suing or a public entity? Yes. If yes, you must file a written claim with the entitled first. A claim was filed on. For example, you wanna file for the LA City or police office, something. In case, written claim, put right here. I'm so and so, you should pay to me, something like that. And then he said, no, that's no evidence. We cannot pay. In case that one is attached, and after that, you can file for the small claim. Claim was filed on some date. If the public entity deny your claim, or does not answer within the time allowed by law, you can file this form. Court, the city is denied, all denied, that's through the way, no. After denied, you can file for the small claim. Next page, number 26. Have you filed more than 12 other small claims within the last 12 months? Is California? Over 12 times small claim, if yes or no. If yes, the filing fee or case will be higher. In case, over 25 small claim, 1 year, and then after that, that's the filing fee is $75, that's expensive. 10. Is your claim for more than $2,500? Yes or no? If you answer yes, you also confirm that you have not filed and you understand that you may not file more than your small claim case, more than $2,500, California during this calendar year. I understand that you're filing a claim in small claim court. I have no right to appeal this claim. That's important. If one time is a small claim filed, if I lost, in case I have no right to appeal this claim. Small claim is no appeal. If lose, just to finish. I declare the penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California. For this information above and all any other attachment to this form is true and correct. Just the oath, date, name, sign. That one is a small claim. Small claim is if you live in the United States. It's so easy.